Hi everybody, welcome back to episode 13 of the KBN Podcast. I am joined here today with the two usual suspects, Mr CahillCL. How are we doing?
Hi, I'm good, thank you, bro. How are you?
Good, I'm all good. And Mr Soul Render, how art thou?
I'm great, mate. I've just scoffed a curry and I'm buzzing.
Yeah. Are you chilling in a hoodie as well right now? Or is this
This is just... I treat myself to my own merch for myself.
Oh shit, is that good? Oh,
Yeah.
that. You kept that quiet.
I didn't. It's not like you can't buy them, mate. I just wanted one myself.
Okay, fair enough. And today, ladies and gentlemen, we are joined by a very, very special guest. I don't really know how to big him up so much, but he has an incredible 2,000 followers on Twitter, over 1.5 thousand on Twitch, over 5,000 spread across 3 YouTube channels, on YouTube, obviously, over 2.5K on TikTok, and he is, we haven't defined this with him, but we're going to go with the producer of #United, the #United, the greatest, what would we even call them? The greatest football team.
Oh, the greatest football team in England.
In Essex, anyway. They're better than Southend.
We'll take that.
James, welcome in, my friend. Mr. JamesMHodges. How are we doing, buddy?
Thank you. Doing wonderful. I'm excited for today's podcast, boys. I've been watching a lot of them. In fact, I was just saying before we went live, well, not live, start recording, I actually am halfway through your last episode right now. So the second this is over, I'm jumping straight back into it. I've been consuming all your content. By the sounds of it, you've been consuming mine as well. So I'm excited for it, boys.
We have indeed. We've been doing a lot of stalking. I'm not
a
gonna
little bit
lie.
creepy. No,
It's just who I am, James. No.
wow.
So one time we can get away with it. So we'll do what we can.
Yeah, but no. For our usual crowd, James, a lot of them may not know who you are. No offense, because you're an incredible person. Just a little bit outside of our communities. So tell us a bit about yourself. Where you're from? What do you do?
So I'm JamesMHodges. I'm a long-term content creator, but more recently, you'll probably know me from #United or TikTok. I've been creating content, whether that be for TV, for YouTube, for like last decade. Behind the scenes, in front of the scenes, wherever it may be, I've tried to get my hand in, toe in some way, shape or form. Doing music stuff in the past, loads of like YouTube challenges, and now I feel like I'm finally finding my footing, finding what kind of works for me with the hashtag streaming and the TikTok stuff. So on everything, if you're looking for hashtag, easy, #United. If you're looking for me, JamesMHodges, across the board, all over the place, and you should be able to find me there.
Brilliant. And yeah, because I read you've been streaming for a lot, or creating content, like you said, a long time.
Yeah.
Where did that all start? How did you go about getting into it? And
so I mean,
that's the background.
So I feel like back in like maybe 2007 was kind of the first.
Whoa.
So a long
YouTube
time,
days.
Yeah, so exactly. So that's when I was like interested in media and TV and whatnot. I had like family who worked in the BBC, etc. So I was like, always interested in that kind of like creating things for TV, creating films like the big production, mainstream kind of stuff. And then a little website called YouTube came along around, I think it was like 2006, it probably came out. Could be wrong, could be 2007 when I discovered the website. And I started finding like the old school YouTubers and whatnot. The guy I really kind of fell in love with his content was a guy called Charles Trippy. I don't know if they ever heard of him. He's an old school YouTuber. And he was doing like skits, and then he got into vlogging. He was the first, I believe, could be wrong, first vlogger, like, daily vlogs on YouTube. Yeah. And he actually he's lost it now, but he did have the Guinness World Record for most days consecutively vlogging.
Wow. Tell you what, daily vlogging is hard as well. People don't understand. Yeah. I literally uploaded my first vlog last week, and I spent like 3 days just making sure it was all perfect and making it all spot. I mean, I got an edit done quite quickly, but like, to just film your day, edit, upload in 24 hours.
And who has honestly, who has that much of an interesting life where you have like
about to say
video every single day?
So you driving to work and back every day, that'd be it.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I've tried to do vlogging. Obviously, he like inspired me. I was like, I'll give vlogging a go. I did like 12 days max. I was like, I'm a boring person at this point. There's nothing else to show.
Yeah, no, I uploaded my one. I was just literally walking around town thinking, what's interesting? Like, what can like just got to try and like film things to make it look interesting, add a bit of music to it,
Yeah.
and yeah, I don't know, just waffle. Basically, I think just waffle,
Mm,
waffle my way through life.
we love a good waffle.
Best way. We love waffles.
We do.
Oh, old YouTube though, 2007 YouTube was like 2007, 8, 9. That was just everything.
Where there was like not a single creator on the platform that was, you know, anywhere near 1 million subs. I remember the first one was Fred.
No.
Like, when
my
Fred
God,
reached that,
bro.
it was like, oh my, 1 million people. Oh Jesus Christ, I was not myself.
Yeah.
Over 1 million people on YouTube. This is insane. Like, what on earth is? Why is this
Mate.
website blowing up? And now you see like people get millions, you know, in a month. And this guy was doing it for years and
Nickelodeon.
years. Yeah, he got a film out of it with John Cena
Yeah,
and all this stuff. You know, and it all blew up from.
I wonder what he's up to now.
I think he's back. I think he's back making content. I think he's got a
Really?
TikTok. He's not. He's no longer Fred. He's now Lucas.
I'm about to
Going
say,
through
yeah, he's
his
got to
like,
be his
normal. He doesn't do the high pitch. He's saying that he's got quite a high pitched voice anyway, but not to the same extent as Fred did.
Yeah.
So I think
The
he's
annoying
back on the
orange.
scene. Oh yeah, the annoying orange. Yeah.
Fucking hell.
Cal or Will, do you have any like old YouTubers that you remember watching?
I was watching Captain Sparkles from the day he started, but I'm pretty sure he started pretty late into it. I don't think it was as early as any of those.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say he's quite as old school as the others, but he's
Nowhere
definitely.
near,
He's definitely. People would still call him like an OG at this point.
Because he started off with Modern Warfare 2 videos, and they were like montages, and they were like
Mm.
okay, but when you look back in it, you're like, it's not that great. But now he's like massive. Isn't he?
It's mad to think how many like content creators that you watch and hear and do stuff now started uploading just their Let's Plays of COD.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
many people. They may not have anything to do with Call of Duty now, but they go, oh, my first video is me uploading a Let's Play of Modern Warfare back, or, you know, zombies or whatever it is. So many people started off with Call of Duty Let's Play.
It was just the fact they took the step to do it as well. Most of the videos, I don't want to be rude, but weren't like amazing esports kind of plays. It was just like general plays, but it's because there was no other content to consume. You were like, oh, like I love COD, I'm gonna watch this.
Yeah,
And it just built off that, didn't it? Like crazy.
Yeah.
And you think there was no way paved. So it was either we consume this content or we don't consume
Or we
content.
don't.
Yeah.
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 Or you watch TV. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or-
And
yeah,
there,
watch
there
TV,
was
yeah.
there was one website for it, but like YouTube, that's it. And
Yeah. Justin
there.
TV. Not many people were really on that, were they?
No.
yeah, no.
Well, I around the kind of time Justin TV was about, that wasn't the only live streaming platform. So I feel like I started on the wrong site. I started on Blog TV and Ustream.
Oh, me neither.
With basically
I've heard of Ustream.
Ustream. So I did a couple of Ustream things. I literally just me and my mates bouncing around on the trampoline. Nothing. I had like probably my mum watching in the other room, and that was about it. Nobody watching. And then another like streaming service that kind of blew up and then died, and then blew up and then died. You ever heard of You Now?
Yes.
You Now.
Isn't that a porn site? Oh wait, no.
It might have ended up like in that way. Like, you know how MySpace became a music platform, and it may have got bought, and I wouldn't be surprised. This probably does very well from that if it does as well.
Oh, brilliant! Honestly, I the first thing that comes to my head when I think of old YouTubers is Woody's Gamertag. I don't know if anyone recognises that.
The American.
He's American, yeah.
I remember. I used to watch some of his Modern Warfare 3 videos.
I was about to say Modern Warfare 3 was the era that I watched it in.
Yeah.
There
I
was a
remember
few other
watching Modern Warfare 3.
I feel like I
Yeah,
joined
yeah,
really
that-
late to the party.
That was the first podcast I watched. That was the very first podcast I used to watch. What was it? Painkiller Now or something, I believe it was called. There was like four
Oh.
dudes. But yeah.
The earliest videos I remember, did you ever see the machine like Arbiter and the Chief? And those kind of like
Oh, Red versus
like-
Blue.
yeah, like the original Red versus Blue. That was what got
Yeah.
me into it. It's Halo, I guess, but yeah,
Yeah.
loved it.
Yeah, Halo used to be huge, didn't it, on the scene?
Yeah. The amount of
Like-
Halo 3 video content, well, just in general, just from Forge to like real life stuff to edits of gameplay and montages and esports kind of stuff was insane.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So good.
Oh.
I just want to say, I just found this the other day, right? Because I was trying to find my vlog camera. And I found my very first camera I bought back in like 2006 to make content.
Let's see this.
Oh yes.
A Toshiba,
wow.
a Toshiba
Oh,
point and shoot.
Holy moly.
That looks
Look
very
at
similar to the
that.
one I have, but it's a slightly different one.
Thing's
That's
broken.
mad.
The Camilio P30. And I used to make little content with my friends. Like I'd go on holiday, and I'd like before I even knew what YouTube and content was, I was making it.
Love that.
That's so good. I bet that camera's probably like, oh, brand new, now in 488. Yeah.
Record up to 15 minutes.
Yeah.
Wow.
Glory days.
No, brilliant. So you've been creating content a long time.
Yeah.
How have you got to where you are now? In your main role, in your main, I guess, producing role, we would call it with hashtag United.
Definitely produce.
Hashtag. So
Like, how did that all come around?
So I've done different projects throughout the years, and some of them work, some haven't. Did loads of stuff in the past, and so I keep a lot of people do this. You start something and then it dies off. You move on to something else, and then I started looking into live streaming, and basically I was doing it from my parents' house, and we had 0.04 upload. So if you know anything about what you need for streaming, it's basically impossible. Basically, I was trying to play. I can't remember what game it was. Some Call of Duty game, and it looked like me included was basically just one big Minecraft video, and like 2 FPS. It was horrific.
Oh.
But even I wasn't able to actually stream. I started uploading loads of like streaming tutorials and stuff, like how to do stuff in OBS and do this, that, and the other. Like I had good knowledge of how OBS worked. I just couldn't actually physically do anything. But then COVID came around, which I think changed a lot of people's lives. In some situations, this is where, in my situation, it kind of benefited because of COVID. I would not be in the situation I am now at all.
Yeah.
It was very much a COVID thing. So I was working in the TV advertising world, and we knew that COVID was going to be this massive thing, that everyone's going to be sent home, had to work from home. So I'm like, James, I'm going to send you home. Here, take your laptop. We got everything remote working. Could you kind of just go home, run a test before it all kicks off? So I did. I moved up to like a family house up in Norfolk, really far away. But we had really good internet. That was the good thing. We had really, really good internet. So I was like, it's fine. Yeah,
That's key.
The work from home situation works. And they're like, right, okay, that's good. Stay there because nobody's coming back to the office. Right, I was like, okay, so this is it. So this is lockdown has begun, and we actually they've been very cautious. It's kind of like a week before everybody else kind of got locked down. So I was like, right, okay, so I've actually got like decent internet, not amazing. It was maybe like 20 up and down, but going from 0.04,
it's amazing.
That to me it was like this is internet heaven. This is incredible. So right, let's actually start streaming. So I started doing daily streams and whatnot. I was still working my normal shift during the day, just from remotely. Second that finished, jump online, stream, and then I basically was doing that, and then hashtag United, towards the end of their COVID situation, things kind of dying down, they came across my channel of me streaming, and they were just wanting to start uploading or streaming their games live to the audience, because they were just obviously doing their normal VOD content, but like, good to do this all live. And basically, this is where I've been quite lucky. A friend of mine who I went to school with, Lewis Preston, works at hashtag and has been for a very, very long time. He's like, well, I know somebody who's streaming daily at the moment and clearly knows how streaming kind of works, or how to make it work. Maybe we should bring him on board to make it a reality. So I had a few chats with Spen and the guys who work there, and basically I was behind the scenes, still working my old job and just helping them out, here and there, setting up their live streaming stuff. It was initially on Twitch, and now we've moved over to YouTube. But it's all worked quite quickly, and then it just kind of snowballed into Spen offering me a full-time job, and I was like, sounds good to me. Yeah, if my job is to help live streaming.
Spencer Owen, for those that don't know.
Yeah,
so
Spencer
he's the owner.
Headhunted through Twitch. That's crazy.
Yeah. So they were seeing what I was doing, and then I was helping them with their stuff behind the scenes for a fair bit before, all happened, and I got the role.
That's awesome.
Amazing. I mean, just going through like your stream and your social presence, it is all very professionally laid out. So I think for a company like that, it's very appealing to come across a streamer to then see, like you say, you worked with the BBC and you've worked alongside, with other companies, big name companies, and I think that is very glamorous for a company like hashtag United.
Yeah, well, I think they were looking for a few people at the time, and I remember having one call, and they're like, "Yeah, we've spoken to other producers and whatnot who have a lot of broadcast knowledge, which I have broadcast knowledge, which is grand. Having broadcast knowledge is really, really good. You know how things work for TV. It's like, but we're looking for somebody who can know how to work things for Twitch and know how to for YouTube.
Yeah.
And none of them had that knowledge, so I was quite lucky in that situation where I had the broadcast knowledge and had to make things work in post production and production, but also had the little extra of when it comes to OBS,
The online know-how.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Awesome. And how long you been with hashtag now? Well, it's been a couple of years.
Yeah.
So start around COVID.
Yeah, so it was like towards the end of the first lockdown I started. So it must be like 2.5 years, I reckon, at this point.
Cool. How mad is it that the first lockdown was 2.5 years
Yeah, I
ago?
just thought that. I was like, wow, what is going on?
God, my life was so different then.
I think it affected everyone, like you said. Some people it affected positively in a way, but not everyone, obviously. But it was absolutely wild times. Just life just turned upside down, didn't it? Crazy.
Yeah,
I think it's just what you made it. But what, like, all this extra free time, people always complain they don't have enough time for this, enough time for that, and it's like, okay, well, here's the free time.
See, it didn't for me. I just normal days at work, coming home and then not being able to do anything. Like,
Really?
Yeah, it was rough because I was doing full days at work, getting home, and then all you could do is play games. Like, you couldn't go and see your friends, couldn't go and visit anyone, couldn't go. Yeah.
Well, that's where like Warzone when it came out, during that
nailed it.
That was
they
the
nailed
most
it.
perfect timing because everyone's like in the situation going home. Maybe a lot of people return to gaming because of it. Maybe haven't played in years, and then suddenly they're just all thrown into the house, nothing to do. But they do have a PlayStation sitting there that they've not touched in a year or so.
Just get the dust and just clean the dust off.
I remember like
out.
this early days, like 4 a.m. was an early night for me and the boys on Warzone or S&D and Modern Warfare 2. It was incredible.
I
Search
was
and destroy lobby.
balls deep in foot champs and Warzone and takeaways. Furlough was I don't know. It was I just turned into an absolute slob. It was amazing.
So you got
them all.
furloughed. Did you all three of you get furloughed during that time?
Didn't get furloughed one day.
Will didn't.
No, nor did I. No,
I did. I was furloughed lockdown 1 and 2, and then part-time furlough on 3.
Furloughed.
Yeah.
Then part.
Yeah, because I'm a chef by trade, so all restaurants got closed down.
Oh yeah, of course.
And we were like the first to close, last to reopen, sort of thing. But I actually started up my own bakery business in lockdown, so people had all this money they couldn't spend, so I just created a product, a cookie, and went mental. Paid for the deposit for my flat, paid for my fridge, paid for my fucking washing machine in like 6 weeks.
That's
it
insane.
Went mental.
That's
it went
so
crazy.
All the pubs did that. They were doing home delivery of like the beers, obviously they're gonna go out of date.
Yeah.
And we were getting like milk cartons full of beer arriving like three times a week. So all of that is bad. Like, I was drinking far too much over COVID.
We've got James. Are you based in Essex now? Or are you in London?
No, I've moved slightly out. I'm now in Suffolk because I bought a house.
Right.
And no one can afford. Well, I can't afford anything in either of those locations at the moment.
It's ridiculous.
The prices are crazy. So I've moved slightly out. I mean, it's still. I still say I'm Essex, it's London, because it's just as easy to get into them from where I am, to be honest. And if you say it just makes exactly. It makes more sense to say Essex and London. People are just going to go, oh yeah, fine. If they stuff, they go, oh Jesus, you're a northerner now. I'm like, no, no. Nope.
Yeah, when someone first mentioned Norfolk, it's like, Norfolk? Fuck, that's far away.
Yeah, exactly. It has North in the name. Like,
it's like an hour and a half.
Yeah.
No, I was just gonna say, because we have a Leon Sea brewery where they still do the milk cartons, like the tap beers in milk cartons that you can collect. They started in lockdown and now
it worked so well. Like they were selling it so cheap as well. Like it felt like, oh, I don't want to miss out on this.
Yeah, it becomes a little bit of a ritual for my dad and I now. Whenever there's like a big rugby game on, we'll go down to the brewery, pick up a few cartons of beer, take it home, and stick the rugby on. But no, I mean, you work with a football team. Do you follow? I'm assuming you follow football. Do you support a team?
No.
You don't. You don't.
Oh, man.
You can see their faces like, oh, they're gonna ask.
No,
Oh, that's brilliant.
It always shocks people when they're like, oh, like, you know, I get people like talk to me
Brilliant.
because of hashtag, and they're like, oh, so who do you support? I'm like, hashtag.
Team. Yeah.
Other than that, if I told you a team, I'd be lying to you. I've like never ever followed football. Never like I heard you mention that you're playing Foot Champs earlier or FIFA. Never. I've played one game of FIFA in my life.
That's
Your
mental.
Biirchyy's face.
Wow.
Yeah, so I've like football has always been like and I'll do anything but. So when it came to me getting high of hashtag, obviously during like the interview stage, like, oh, what are your thoughts on football? I was like, I'll say the same thing. I didn't go, oh, I really want this job. Yeah, football, absolutely love it. Oh, it's in my veins, you know. There was none of that business. It was just, I was like, I'll be honest with you, because if I lie, I'm gonna get caught out down the road. So
Yeah.
football is, I've never been a fan of football, but hopefully I bring value in other things. And Sven was like, fair enough. He's like, you sort everything else out. We'll cover all the football knowledge if you can do all the other bits. So when we're making stuff and whatnot, I'm like, so what's this rule? How's this? How many points is this? 3? What?
It's probably good in a sense though, because like Cal is obsessed. Well, and Biirchyyy, to be fair. Like Cal's obsessed with football, and he'd just get distracted. He wouldn't do any work. He'd just be like, "Oh, the game's getting really good."
Oh,
So
yeah.
he wouldn't pay attention to the work at
Yeah.
all.
I would not. I'd be like, ah! Running around topless, swinging my shirt around.
Cal, you gotta press the button and show the goal. You gotta scream about it.
Oh, that's funny. Do you ever get any like? Is there anyone at hashtag wind up about it at all? Or is everyone pretty?
No, they are all very, very aware. Like occasionally, if we're like
Yeah.
doing some sort of video and I need to make some graphic or whatever it is for the video, and I don't know, it was one of the situations we were doing like this this tournament. I think a 5-a-side tournament or 7-a-side tournament we're doing with other YouTubers and whatnot, and we had to do like essentially a mini league table for just that small tournament. And I was very, very new, so I didn't even know you got 3 points for winning a game, right? So
I didn't know that.
So they're like, I was like, so how on earth am I meant to work out where people are? Because like, why have this person jumped into this position when why has this person got points for drawing? Like, why don't we just do like a shootout at the end of it? What's going on? I was baffled. And then they occasionally would go, what on earth are you on about, James? Like, this is obvious. And they go, oh wait, no, yeah, fair enough. You're asking. You have no idea. I'm like, yeah, help me, please. But I've got over the last 2 years, obviously, I'm getting better. So
Yeah.
I'm still always asking questions. Like if I'm like asked to, oh, can you go and grab a picture of this this footballer from X year? I'm like, is it this person? Is this the right guy? And they're like, oh, you need him in this kick. So he played for that team at this certain time in that season. I'm like,
Yeah.
is it this guy then? Just like, is it him? Is this the right person?
I would have no idea.
Yeah, but we get why. Like we've worked out like my strengths and weaknesses, and just football knowledge is definitely one of the weaknesses of it.
Yeah. But like we said, that's probably why it works so well, because then you bring so much else to the table that they wouldn't necessarily be bringing otherwise.
Yeah, it occasionally works. It's got good to get like a outsider's perspective on things. If we're trying to do something that isn't just like a match video, we're trying to maybe do something that's a little bit hits a broader audience. Obviously, I can have my say as a non-football fan, this is how we would maybe think about this video, or this section. This makes no sense to a non-football person. If you want to make it a bit broader, maybe tweak that slightly. So obviously, if you're in football and you breathe in football, but that makes perfect sense. Why would nobody understand this? But I can bring that second opinion kind of thing to it, really.
No, nice. I like it. So, you must be very busy with your streaming, your hashtag United, obviously your full-time job, creating your own content on YouTube. But we've got to talk about your TikToks, because your TikToks are on another level of quality.
Oh, thank you.
Will down here was singing your praises before we got to properly meet you.
Yeah, so good.
And yeah,
You can say that
One,
again now
you can
I'm
tell
here.
you're involved in that world. Like,
we won't let your head blow up too big, but no.
Yeah, I'm about to say.
How
come
did
on,
you What goes behind? What's like behind the scenes of a James Hodges TikTok? Like what sort of content are you making? What's the sort of goal?
Right. So obviously, if you've seen it, if you haven't seen it, anybody who's like listening and watching, so I make basically like daily news videos, quick 20 seconds max, of kind of like silly, funny, weird gaming / streaming related news. So it can be like a gaming company added the option. This is mad, by the way. Add the option to have a butt plug add-on to the game. So if you get shot in the game, you feel it, or anything like that. Or I don't know, some sort of IRL streamer had a bike crash. All these things.
I said, what game is this?
I think it's called Ultra Kill. Ultra Kill. If anybody's interested, Ultra Kill is the game that now
we have a
has
few listeners.
that plugin.
Could you imagine that with Rocket League?
Plugin.
I'd be mad.
Every time you bump into
How
something.
are we sitting there? Boost.
We just score a goal.
Oh my lord.
Beautiful.
Oh god, VR's going to go a long way in the future.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, daily news TikToks and just. Do you do any skits over there, or is it more just?
I haven't yet. I mean, I'm
just news.
I'm trying it. So I'm fairly new to it all. So I'm trying, learning as I go, seeing what works, what doesn't work, and so I'll see. I literally most of the time I'm just sitting there going through gaming news websites, going, nah, that's boring. Oh, that's kind of ooh.
We could use that.
That's interesting.
Yeah, gaming butt plugs. There we go. That's a TikTok right there. Or,
Double check the website is right.
Yeah. Or just like scrolling through TikTok, seeing, maybe what happen is I'll scroll through TikTok, and you probably see these all the time, is like little snippets from podcasts, right? And they're talking about some sort of gaming scenario within that little snippet and go, right, well, that's my TikTok right there. That's my story. Just kind of finding little bits around, and then I kind of try and condense it into a way, and occasionally try and find an interesting way of looping the video. That's always a little bit of a challenge, trying to script in a loop.
That's always special on TikTok though. If you find a loop video, even like I tend to find it, you watch it 3 or 4 times, just you're like, oh, that's smooth. Like I want to see where it swapped, and yeah.
So
it does drag people in. But
This is just a guy who doesn't realise it's a loop. I'm like,
yeah.
I haven't seen this. I'm like, I don't know.
I've done that before.
It's one where it's like a guy's trying to smash like a glass box. And it's like, oh, wait until it smashes, and it's just non-stop.
Oh my god! Yeah, it's constant. I'm there like, is it gonna smash? Is it gonna smash?
The one that got me is like, oh look, this is incredible pull shot, and the guy's just like this the entire time.
You actually watched it 200 times. You're like,
yeah, exactly. Like, when's he gonna hit it? Because obviously you're doing this anyway. I'm like, I don't know. How long is this? Was it literally looping? I was like, I was sitting there for an hour. I had no idea.
It's because you get to about 30 seconds in and you're so invested. You're like, I have to see this shot now.
Yeah.
I've been here so long. I have to see it. And then,
Oh,
crazy. But this is one mad thing about your TikToks. How much editing you put into them. It's not just you talking to a camera. You zooming in and out. You got the text coming up on the screen. You got different things happening. Like it's so well done.
Oh, the text is a killer. I'll be honest. Yeah. The text is the bit that kills me the most. If you've ever tried to subtitle, I know, and people say this probably in the comments of your thing. There is a feature in Prem called subtitle, closed captioning. It listens to video and creates them for you. It's incredible. I don't use it because I like to make things a bit harder for myself. No, it kind of sucks. It doesn't really listen to you that well, so you have to kind of go through and spell correct it anyway.
Yeah.
And also you can't animate it. I mean, there's the most minimal amount of animation, but each one kind of pops out a little bit.
Yeah.
And you can't do that in Prem unless you make each one of them manually. And I've kind of grown to like the little pops.
It's those little touches.
So I still do them all manually, and it pains me every single time I do one, so I do them every single day. But I just like that little pops. I still do it.
It works though. Yeah. I think it adds a massive effect to it. Like I know the editing time's not so quick and easy, but it looks really fancy at the end. Like just looks so well done. Gotta say.
Oh, thank you.
How long does a
Yeah, that's exactly what I was about to say. Like a 15-second video, how long does that take you to film and edit?
It can vary. It depends on how fancy I want to get with it or what the kind of story is. So if I could see a story, sometimes I'm the worst writer. I'm the worst writer there is. So when I'm trying to script it, I'm like, ugh, how can I squeeze this into 15 seconds? Or how can I make this more than 5 seconds? I'm like trying to work out, like, how do I then, make it loop and all this? So that takes me the longest, is trying to write out a script, because I struggle with that so much. That will take me maybe about, they're saying that doesn't take me, it takes me about half an hour.
For 15-second video, that's quite a long time.
That's quite a lot, because I struggle with that so much. I see people like, oh yeah, 15 seconds, boom, actually just fly them out. I'm like, no, I'm sitting there struggling to think about what to write. That's probably that bit takes me the longest. Once I've written up about exactly what I want to say, 15-second worth of recording, maybe say it twice, so 30 seconds worth of recording. Doesn't take me long to record it, and then into the edit, and that's where things can kind of go. Because this, you just cut, add a transition when I speak, and then add the subtitles. Again, that can maybe take me 20 minutes, because of the subtitles take me a while, or it could take me an hour if I want to get fancy and cut out my background and throw something in behind me. Depends on what I'm doing, really.
That's still thinking about. I don't think that's that long. Personally,
no.
Overall, I think that's a pretty quick turnaround.
Yeah. I think because if I was able to do the writing quicker, I'll be able to fly these out.
You'd breeze through it.
Yeah. I mean, I'm doing one every single day, and I've done that for like 5 months now, I think.
Oh, wow.
That's
or maybe
top
4.
work.
That's great consistency. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you make multiples in one day if you can? If it's like a big news day?
Yeah, I try.
There's not news every day.
Yeah, I try and sit and maybe do a couple at a time to have a bit of a backlog. I mean, I get people comment saying, "Why are you wearing the same top every single time I see a video?" I'm like, I sat here and filmed 6 of them. I don't want to get change in between each one of them. Just so
Yeah.
No, anybody got time for that?
No, exactly. Yeah, so I try and it depends. Yeah, like you said, it depends on what news I find that day. If I sit there and really struggling to find something, really struggling to write, then maybe I'll just upload and film 1. But I think the most I've done in one day is 10. Because I was going on holiday, so I needed to make sure I had that all covered. So
yeah,
I was able to go on holiday, have everything scheduled for the whole time.
Relax, don't even worry about it.
Yeah, exactly. But I was wearing the same top for 10 videos straight.
Everyone's like, he doesn't
People
wash.
always pick up. Yeah, people always pick up on that stuff as well, don't they? Do you shower? Like, do you wash your clothes? Like, leave me alone.
Just have the same shirt in the wardrobe. Like,
I had a productive day. Just leave me alone. Be happy for me.
Perfectly produced video, perfectly produced subtitles, music, everything. Use t-shirts the same. This is shit. This is.
You guys know Pretender Saw?
Yeah.
And I know Soul does. He's the one who mentioned my t-shirt thing to me quite often. But
yeah, he's a bit of a fashion.
Oh, yeah,
he's a fashion icon.
Dressing immaculate. He's always dressed incredibly. But there was like one I did over Christmas where I was wearing a Christmas jumper that work gave me. Definitely wasn't. It was a football themed Christmas jumper. It's definitely not me. But he absolutely hated it. He was like I don't care if you wear the same t-shirt every single video. Just never wear that one again, please, because that one was horrific.
Oh, brilliant. Cal, you got a really nice Sonic Christmas jumper, didn't you?
I did get a nice Sonic. Yeah, it was beautiful. It's my primary jumper.
You streamed every day of December, and I think I saw you wear it 30 days straight. I'm not gonna lie.
It got washed like twice.
How are you feeling about that as well? Sorry, we haven't actually spoke about that. You streamed every day of December.
That's impressive. That's impressive.
Yeah, it was on top of full-time work it was tough. Like towards the end, it got tough. I was like, "Fuck, I'm drained," but it was worth it. It was worth it. Like the messages I got afterwards, and like throughout the month saying how much people I've helped. That made it worth it. But yeah, it was. The break was needed after the imagine. Week break. Yeah,
because December for everybody is like, in my sense, is like the busiest month of the year.
Definitely.
Yeah.
So doing everything and then streaming every single day on top is. That's impressive.
Thank you.
That's impressive.
Yeah, it was mental, but worth it definitely.
You keep your energy up at every stream as well. You're not like chill, like, oh hi guys. You're like, hey, it's Cahill, man. Let's do this. I don't know how you do it, man.
Honestly, 10 minutes before stream, I just whack music on full blast, and I'm just it pumps me up.
Yeah, you have a little ritual, didn't you?
Yeah, I've got my own little pre-stream ritual.
Go on.
Just put music on. Just put music on full blast. That's it.
Absolutely deafening yourself.
Don't talk about that part.
Save that KBN After Dark.
So I told you every episode it just goes down into that
dark hole. What?
Wait, what? Wow.
Segueing out. No. Well, I just wanted to bring that up because we didn't mention it. And well done.
Yeah,
on streaming for
Thank you.
31 days straight. You deserve this break.
Thank you.
But you are back this Friday, 3 days ago.
came back 3 days ago.
Yeah. But no, you got big things coming for 2023, haven't you, Cal?
Yeah, we all have.
We all have.
We all have. We're about to take over the world.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we like.
Things we shan't talk about just yet.
I'll say like
Pinky in the
Let's
rainbow.
leak it. Let's leak it, or tell me, or let's leak it.
Yeah.
I was trying my best not to say anything. I was like,
But no. Speaking of streaming as well, we'll talk about streaming still. Going away from TikToks, do you find your TikToks help the growth of your Twitch stream, James? And 2, how's streaming for you at the moment? What are you playing? What games are you tickling your fancy at the moment?
So yeah, I'll tackle each one. So to answer it, yes, doing TikTok definitely helps your stream. It doesn't matter if you're doing TikTok, if you're doing YouTube, it helps your stream. If you're doing just anything, if you're doing anything beyond just streaming, it will help your stream. Doesn't matter what it is, because Twitch is one of the only. I think it may be the only platform without a real algorithm. It's a king. They call it a kingpin system. So the more viewers you have, the more viewers you will get, because you're higher up in all the searches. If you haven't got the viewers, you're going to be at the bottom of lists and pages where no one's going to find you. So you have to be in an algorithm site for the algorithm to go, oh, look at this person. Basically, for anybody to find out who you are. Unless you're getting lucky with raids coming your way every day, no one's going to discover who you are. So you have to do things. And I didn't do a lot of that, to be honest, for the longest time. But now I've started doing it. I did a poll in my chat the other day. I was like, how did you guys find me? Was it through TikTok, Twitch, or other? And I thought, oh, maybe a majority would probably be Twitch. And it was like TikTok. Like, at this point, like 80%. I was like, oh, okay, maybe I should carry on doing this if there's really that many of you discovering me from that. Yeah. Because you can do things, you just assume people come from other sources. You don't ever really kind of know where people are coming from. So I was like, let's find this out, because there's definitely more people here all of a sudden. So let's try and work out where you came from. I was like, okay, definitely should carry on this TikTok stuff, because you're all basically from there at this point. So yeah, TikTok has definitely helped the streaming. And how am I enjoying streaming at the moment? I mean, I've never not enjoyed streaming. I've always absolutely loved it. December was a bit of a weird month for me in streaming. I probably only streamed maybe like 6 times, like the opposite of what Cal did, basically. Yeah. So he was doing every single day. I was struggling to do any days because I was focused on the World Cup. Hashtag and Spend did a load of their own stuff during the World Cup. So I was basically, I was nowhere near my computer or anything like that to do anything. So even like getting a TikTok out was a struggle. So it was a little bit of a low around that time of streaming, you know, trying out new games. Tried out this game called the Hunt Showdown, which I would recommend everybody playing. It's incredible.
We're always happy about that.
Yeah, it's a great game. So, been playing that a fair bit recently, but I recently, like the other day, there's a game when I first started streaming. You know, during the lockdown, my first game was Marbles on Stream.
Oh yes,
classic,
absolute classic.
And I streamed that the other night. I'm like, this is why I love this game, man. It's Marbles on Stream. If anybody's ever struggling for content, Marbles on Stream will bring you the content. Trust me, it's so much fun. If you've got like an active chat who's just throwing ideas in, creating the content for you, I absolutely love it. Whenever I always say to chat, if I'm in a good mood, if I'm in like a really, really good mood, we're playing Marbles, because the stream's gonna go. Well, to be honest, the way I play it is maybe a little bit different to the way some other people may play it, but it becomes absolute chaos. No one knows what's coming. I don't know what's going to happen in the next 10 minutes. You know, during the stream when I'm playing Marbles, anything can happen. I absolutely love it.
To say it's so simple, it's fantastic, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, it can get carnage and competitive.
Yeah, people in chat fight me. It's like, you've got no control, really.
It's pure luck.
Yeah, if the horse wins the game, instantly rigged, constantly rigged. That's it. It's fixed.
Well, so we do it a little bit differently. So yeah, you do your normal chat can get involved and they can all race each other and whatnot. But we do these things, what we call them challenge races or custom races. So every marble in the race isn't somebody in the chat. It's basically every marble is a challenge suggested by the chat.
Oh.
And then we race them, and whichever one wins, I do.
That's clever. That's brilliant.
So that's what I literally have no idea what's going to happen 95% of the time. There's things in there like end the stream. I ended the stream like 2 hours early the other day. I had a night off. It was lovely. Demod people, ban people, time people out. Buy something from Amazon that chat suggests. I've had to buy some very questionable items because of chat. And
is that where the butt plug came?
Well, I was saying that was the butt plug came in.
I was waiting for that.
Well, actually, no, yeah, we actually did buy a butt plug as a result of that. And what else that we've had like some people in the community get really, really generous. Like, oh, you know what? Let's just do this random chat race, and whoever wins it, I'll give them $100. And someone bought their mum a present that month.
Wow.
We do these, marbles is because we do all these like extra bits, not just normal races. No one knows what's gonna happen, and everyone's throwing these ideas in, smacking put an egg on your head, eat a leaf and a plant, go do a backflip, go do this, go do that, and it's so much fun. And I'm sitting there like,
endless.
I don't know what's gonna happen. I'm terrified.
That sounds awesome.
You give your chat way too much control. I feel like if I did that, I would be naked, covered in honey, squatting.
It'd definitely get weird.
It's what the people want. That's why they're asking.
If it's what the people want.
Yeah, I wouldn't like to think the kind of challenges that we get.
No, but you said about Hunt Showdown away from marbles. How you enjoying Hunt? I've never played it personally myself.
Have any of you played it?
Yeah, I've played it quite a bit.
You've played it, Will. Every single person or every single streamer I've spoke to, or person I spoke to that plays it, loves it. Speaks nothing but good things about it. And I love zombie games, so I have no excuse to not play it.
You need to.
I just haven't.
It seems really big at the moment as well. Like, it's been around a while, and it just seems to have come back out.
I think it came out like 2017 or so, around that. It's not a new game, but it is suddenly getting a lot more love sent its way. It could be in my little streaming bubble community and whatnot, but everybody's jumping back into Hunt. I feel like I tried it like during lockdown, and I was like, I have no idea what I'm doing. This seems really confusing. And then I put the game straight down and never touched it again. And then with the last couple of months, I was like, yeah, I'll give it another go. It seems like, I can get people to play with me. And it's so good. It's like one of the only games at the moment where I'm like, not streaming. I'm just sitting there. Maybe I filmed all the stuff and edited all the stuff I need to be done that day. I'm like, maybe I'll just sneak into a little bit of Hunt. Downtime. Get a few bounties. Get some double bounty boogaloos under our belt.
Oh,
it's got such like a steep learning curve, like very much like Tarkov in a sense, doesn't it? Like it just drops you in the kind of the deep end when you first start, and it's a very hard game. Sorry, my cat's attacking me.
Yeah, it definitely throws you in the deep end. Like I feel like because it does that and there's not much explanation of what you got to do, everybody assumes the curve is like, oh, what on earth is this? What's all this blue dark site? What's my hands and why is it all black and white? People have no idea what they're doing. But reality, the game's actually really, really simple. It's really simple. You use your blue dark vision to find 3 glowy clues, which they're impossible to miss when you're in that vision. You find 3 of them. It tells you where the boss battle is. You kill it. You get out. That's the game. You say, yeah, okay, there's
but then some sweaty squad comes along and ruins your day.
Yeah.
It's all online with PvP.
Yes, so you are against other squads, and there's one boss. You're all finding your clues to find out where he is, and you all want to kill him, and he only has 1 reward. So it's the only one team in that lobby can get out with that reward. So it's kind of like a BR, one team wins kind of thing, without it being 100 people in it. I think it's maximum of 12 in at once. So it's not a huge amount of people in the server.
Okay. Yeah.
But it keeps the tension high because you're trying to focus on the boss monster and all the random enemies around, And then at the same time, you just know that somebody's got their crosshairs on the back of your head watching you through the trees. Like, it keeps you on edge all the time. It's great.
Yeah, and audio is really important in that game as well. So there's like little sound cues around. You can step on a branch and that cracks and someone knows you're in the bush behind them. There's crows that can fly off. And they if you set off some crows, they fly off. But then people also can just track where those crows came from. Or if you're shooting a gun, you can hear guns all over the place shooting. You can really like pinpoint where people are. So audio becomes really, really important in that game.
Wow. I didn't know it was so sort of not in depth, but like, yeah, I thought it was just survive.
Yeah, so like when I first played it all those months ago, I was like, I don't really know what I'm doing. I was like probably just thinking, I'll just survive. Don't really know where to go. Am I meant to be? I literally knew nothing. I was like, am I playing a game of COD zombies right now? Am I meant to fight off hordes of zombies? I had absolutely no idea. So I was like, I'll put it down. But I feel like that's a lot because there's no little how-to or anything like that. It puts off a lot of players, when they first join the game, unless they get a little handheld through it. I reckon a lot of people would enjoy it first time.
Definitely. Yeah. So I played it, and I did. There's a tutorial that shows you how to fight a boss. You're like, okay, this is easy enough. Got into a map, ran straight to the boss, started fighting him, got shot in the back, and I was like, what just happened? And then you kind of realise it's not as simple as just like run straight for the objective. Like there's other people around. You got to plan what you're going to do a bit more and be a bit more careful. It's really cleverly done.
That's where I forgot that there's the people like link it to Tarkov quite often. It's because you go in with your character and your guns, but if you die and don't make it out alive, you lose your character and you lose all your guns. So
I would rage so hard. I would rage so bad.
Yeah,
it's when you've just killed the boss. You're doing the. I think it's a ritual, isn't it, to like get the reward, and then someone shoots you. You're like, no.
Wait, so you can kill the boss, and then someone can just come on.
Yeah, you're still gonna get out the map once you kill the boss.
Shit.
Yeah. So if they kill you on your way out, they can pick it up from you and get out.
Wow.
Some people will literally just wait, like where they think you're gonna leave.
Some people just rat.
Yeah. Proper rat mode.
You definitely got a team of rats, and you just waiting outside the boss area or something. No.
Like when someone's camping your loadout on Warzone style.
It gets very tense. I think I love it for that though, because it's such high highs, such low lows. I'll say this about Dark Souls. That's about Tarkov. Like when you get out and you smash it, you're like, "Wow, that was incredible!" Like the euphoria that comes over you is amazing.
We always say if a game's in Hunt, if a game's good, it's incredible. If a game's bad, it's still good. It's one of those. Like you had still how much fun. You lost all your stuff. You died. But I watched a game. Mav and Pretender were playing it, and they were being a little bit ratty. They were waiting outside of a thing, but the other team could hear them, so they knew that they were there. So it was just like this standoff between the two teams, right? But neither would move. And you're allowed...
teams of rats.
Yeah, they were literally just standing still, and I think you're only allowed to be in the map for 45 minutes max. And they had 20 minutes left, and they waited till the last minutes. It was as much as like they literally was nothing happening on stream. I was like, this is intense. But I was saying it's intense for 20 minutes, so and nothing had happened. But yeah, you can get those moments where nothing happens, but at the same time you're on edge, so it feels like something's happening.
Yeah. You know something's coming.
Yeah.
It's very like you peek, you get one shot, you're nearly dead. You get another shot, you're dead. Like you don't have a lot of time to react, do you? Like it's good.
Is it a time to kill pretty like realistic then, like Tarkov style, just one bullet? I
think you can cope with a little bit more damage than Tarkov. I don't think it's
unless it's like
kill, but...
unless you've they got like some sort of special stupid ammo that will take you out pretty easily, or it's a headshot. Headshot's a one-shot kill, but everything else will leave you with health, so you can duck around and sort yourself out quickly.
The fights in games like that though are so intense because you can't afford to make one mistake. It's not like I love COD and a lot of Valorant and some of these other games, but like you have a chance to dip away and change what you're doing or use an ability to get out of the way. If you're in Hunt or Tarkov or something like that, and you're in the wrong place, wrong time, you're like, you got to really think about your movement. It's so like I love it. It's so intense.
So I used to love those kind of games, and I feel like Rebirth ruined it for me. Because I'm like, deploy, come back, deploy, like full send, come back, and it's just like, just go, action, just push, and it's just like
Rebirth
it's
customs.
Right. That's all you think about, isn't it?
Yeah. So, well, on the topic of I actually played Rebirth Customs with Ryan Adams, my hashtag. United once.
Oh, wait, really?
Yeah, played with. He knows. Do you know Willard? Scott Willard?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. So his girlfriend hosted customs, and I was in them, and Ryan Adams was on my team.
That's mad.
we took away a win on
How funny.
Rebirth.
That's madness.
It's, yeah,
That's brilliant.
Crazy, yeah. Yeah, it was fun. He was sweaty. I wasn't expecting him to be all sweaty at COD. But like, it started off so calm and casual. It was like, it got later on in the game. It was like, right, come on, we're fucking winning this. I'm like, all right. Okay.
Competitive everywhere.
Yeah, no, I love Rebirth. Need it back.
Yeah.
Need Rebirth back.
They-
Warzone 2 is so dead for me.
There might be one coming. Maybe.
Sure.
I don't like discussing leaks, but
I said season 2, didn't they?
maybe.
Oh,
Were you in season 2 or is
Biirchyyy.
it still season 1?
no, it's still season
Still
1.
Still
Season
season
2
one,
is
yeah.
February, yeah.
February, yeah. Yeah, because I saw a leak. We won't go into it, but I saw a leak of Castle from World at War is going to be in there. It would be quite interesting if it was a Well, they say it's like going to be like a Japanese style map, right? If it's Castle, it kind of has to be.
Yeah, it's in
surely.
Japan. Yeah, unless it just has the same layout and have it as a different.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. But
Did anyone ever play the World at War campaign here?
Yeah.
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 Do you remember? Did anyone remember the glitch? I know I just popped into my head the glitch on the very first level. You can get a ray gun
Yes.
on the very first level.
Oh yes.
What a game!
That's
What a
the first game with zombies. And I
Yeah.
remember you had to complete the campaign to unlock
To
it.
play it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
wow.
It was after the credits, wasn't it? You got that little cutscene.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Because
so
Yeah, wouldn't the game of Zombies start right after the credits, or am I just imagining that?
Oh, I
think
can't
it
remember.
did.
I think it did, yeah.
Yeah.
I think it did because it was like part of the credits, like Will said. I think it was. It just rolled straight on.
So good.
I remember my knockdown Toten. Just I am a zombies freak. Like
Same.
I am
Same.
obsessed, man. Like people say Black Ops 2 is the greatest COD of all time. Like I didn't even touch the online. I just played the zombies. Easter eggs for days.
All right, here's a question for you boys then. For zombies, what's the best Call of Duty for zombies? This always divides people.
See, I don't know about you two, but I think for me, I don't know if it's controversial or not, but I'm actually thinking Black Ops 3. Because I think Black Ops 3 had all the old ones remastered, plus all the extra new maps they put in were just like...
What was the
Black
main
Ops
map?
that had the old ones?
Oh, say that again, sorry. One of yours?
Which was the
What
main
was
map in 3?
The main map? The main map on Black Ops 3, what was the main
Shadows.
map?
Shadows
What's
of
that,
Evil.
sorry?
Shadows of
Shadows of
Evil.
Evil, that was it.
Great map.
Yeah.
With the Margwa, the Shadow Man.
Yeah. The...
Get the you
obviously
become the beast
prison.
mode.
Yeah, the original Rebirth.
Yeah. Alcatraz.
Alcatraz,
Oh
yeah.
shit! Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is-
They had
Yeah.
Zombie Chronicles, wasn't it?
Yeah, Zombie
Yeah.
Chronicles. DLC
Yeah, okay.
5. The infamous DLC 5.
Oh, man.
That period for me, I've always been a massive zombies fan. I remember like going back to World at War. I remember when that first came out, I was like literally like playing it on my sofa and like just slowly standing up, getting like so into it, just like standing in front of the TV, getting to like round 15, like oh my god, I'm invincible.
Yeah.
15, look at me.
Oh,
And then like
God, yeah.
Honestly.
then following zombies the whole way through to Black Ops 3
storyline.
and like the storyline, getting involved with the characters, getting involved in the
Perfect.
community, zombies community at that point, 2015 was its absolute peak.
Thriving.
It was
yeah.
incredible. You got like Noah, Lex, Waffles, absolutely all of them smashing the scene,
Waffles.
and then like Black Ops 3 it kind of is the zombie that kind of like has all of it. The community's there,
Had
the
everything.
games, all the maps you love are in there, and then if you have it on PC, the game is still just as active as it was back then. If you have it on PC, because you got the customs that you can play customs for days. There's
maps
still
and that.
maps coming out. There's apparently they're like remastering all the maps that weren't in Chronicles. Like you got Mob of the Dead, Buried, all of that lot have been remastered at the moment and coming in. It's Black Ops 3 is the one. And I had someone tweet me yesterday. Someone tweeted me yesterday saying Black Ops 3 is the worst zombie game. Like, Why
No.
you got to be a hater about the worst?
Fuck
Why
out.
You
you
didn't start a
coming at me
war.
with this? Exactly. I was like,
Get the fuck
that's the
out of
one
here.
thing I stand by, and I would die on this hill. Black Ops 3, okay?
No, I back it.
Can't believe it.
Black Ops 3 is one of the most underrated CODs of all time.
Yeah, I'd say
I don't
so.
remember
But
the actual
I've seen
COD.
the
I
most
remember the
underrated.
zombies. I don't remember the actual COD game at all.
It was not
It
boots on the ground. It was kind of a little bit.
It was that
sci-fi.
mix, the mix between
that's why
boots
I
and
never
that
really
I
jetpack.
think it was a perfect mix. I think it was a perfect
I think it was
mix.
a perfect mix.
Same.
VMP rushing, like
Oh.
All running as well.
Wall running with the Tempest and shit like that. Just
Yeah.
You
electric
could go underwater on
buds.
that COD as well, right?
Yeah,
Some
that's-
underwater
yeah,
parts.
yeah,
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, because I still remember in this, well, not CDL, when it was like the Call of Duty League,
Oh, CWL.
or the CWL, thank you. And I think Optic Karma made such a play underwater coming up, and then did the burn thing, where you could like burn your opponent and like have
yeah,
a little
yeah.
blur and they couldn't see
Yes.
shit. Someone was like watching him plant the bomb, and like he was like being a right dick, like sort of just waiting for it to sort of just kill him, like taking a piss. Then Karma dropped that, turned on him, to win the game. It was just like those moves, those little things that they had. They need to bring what were they called?
Specialist with it.
Specialists.
Essentially specialist. Yeah.
Yeah, they need to bring that back, man.
I used to love gravity spikes.
Yes.
Domination on a big fight. Boof.
Yeah.
Just
See
see
ya.
a quad feed come up.
Yeah.
Like. Will, did you ever play the old zombies? The old.
Yeah,
zombies at
so
all?
World at War was the first one I played, and when I loved it that much, I even brought it on iPhone, and like I didn't play any games on phone. They released it on iPhone. I was like, oh my god, I can play zombies like at work. This is mad.
They've removed it. It's not there anymore. I'm gutted.
That was-
I remember I used to play that on the train into work. I used to sit there, I was on Ascension, just like getting
Yeah.
training on
what a
Ascension,
map.
playing zombies on my phone. It was incredible. They've removed it now.
That
Can't
sucks.
believe it.
Oh man.
That was such a big thing. Like, there's no massive games at that point. You had Minecraft, and I think that was it as far as mobile games, like big
Doodle Jump.
named. Yeah.
Yeah.
Doodle jump. What a game. Bloody hell.
Tap Revenge. Classic.
Yeah, you had other little ones, but
It's
Doodle
just
Jump.
COD zombies for me.
my
Oh god.
sorry, I was about to say the one I enjoyed the most was, you're probably gonna hate me for this, was probably Cold War, just because I had it on PC and I got to play it on PC. Like, just playing zombies on PC was like mad for me. Like, Xbox was okay, but like it was nice to be able to sit in front of a proper rig, full setup, mouse and keyboard, felt like a god. We got to like some of the really high rounds in that, just because the mouse and keyboard play, I just felt like so much more in. I don't know. It just
Mm.
worked.
I think the
was
Cold War
easier.
zombies were. I think that was probably saved the game. To be honest, zombies on Cold War.
See, I hated it. I hated COD War zombies.
Really?
Yeah.
Couldn't get with it.
I liked it. Vanguard zombies was shite.
Vanguard zombies were crap. Yeah. Cold War was
It's not
just,
even-
it was easy though, which made it really nice. You could just sit and vibe on it. You didn't feel like you're stressing out. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want the stress though. I
Yeah.
want the stress.
Play Tarkov and
Hunt.
It felt too open.
No, but I'm
Yeah.
good at zombies.
And the fact that you can extract as well did kind of ruin it. I think. Don't feel
Yeah,
like
I
zombies
think
you
I
can
think I
extract.
like the idea of COD zombies where it's just like you
You die.
technically never win.
Yeah.
I know like there's some on like, was it Moon you could finish? Even on Moon, I don't think you actually
You could-
finished. You got all the
There was
perks.
Easter-
Origin.
Yeah.
No, was it? Yeah,
you
Origin.
could on
was it?
Alcatraz.
Origins.
Origin.
And Alcatraz you could as well.
N-
Fight the boss at the end and actually finish it.
Oh yes, that's true.
On the
You
br-
do.
on
yeah.
Golden Gate Bridge.
Find the mole. Find the mole.
Yeah. Oh.
We
I
actually
used to love
downloaded
that.
we downloaded that, didn't we, Cal? About 6 months ago now. We played a few games of Black Ops 3 Zombies. on,
Yeah. We need to go back
on
onto
that.
that.
You do.
yeah.
Oh man.
Oh, I could talk about zombies for hours. I really could.
I used to was it Shangri-La?
Yeah, Shang.
Shangri-La, the one with the weird flame geezer, like.
I can't remember.
Oh
I don't
yeah.
know.
Yeah. It was like
Yeah,
in
the Shriekers as well.
It had the gooey gun where you'd like shoot like the
yeah,
The
had like the
Green
wobbly
Floor.
bridge on it. Had that all like the catacombs and the
Talking about the baby gun,
wobbly
aren't you?
bridge.
Oh yeah.
The baby gun, yeah.
So they shrink down and you'd run into them, they just go pew, pew, flying away.
Completely forgot about that.
I was just thinking of
Oh.
the was it Swicklifier or something like this? I can't remember the name. It's like Swicklifier, which is on, which is like the big purple pink splodge on the floor, and they all fall over the zombies.
Yeah.
Thinking of
Yeah.
that one.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
But
Oh,
I
what a time.
I still remember old school World at War would have been year 8, getting home, Shino Numa just released, hopping on round 6, the fucking dog spawn
Dogs.
for the first time. Me and my
Shit
mate
yourself.
absolutely shat ourselves completely.
I played at my mate's house and I got told off by his mum because I screamed like a little girl.
Why am I not shocked?
We were having a sleepover and like it was only like 10 o'clock or something. And it was like, oh, do you want to try zombies? I was like, oh yeah, come on. And the dogs come out. I screeched, absolutely screeched.
Oh man.
So-
And there's me
Came
being like,
in.
oh yeah, dogs, we get ammo now. This is really good. This is
Yeah. And you got no max ammo, and you get dog round. You think,
free max ammo. Yes.
Yes.
and then the next round you get a max ammo straight after.
Yeah, obviously.
And then you won't get one for rounds.
Yeah,
right?
never again.
yeah.
Why RNG? Why?
Absolutely.
Rigged.
My claim to fame of zombies is being 69th in the world for Dead Ops Arcade.
Oh,
Black
Dead
Ops
Ops,
1.
Dead Ops is always so hard.
So hard.
It's insane.
I can't remember what level I got to. I think I defeated the gorilla twice in one game though.
Really? Wow.
Yeah,
Jesus.
it was like insane. Or we got to the gorilla level and died the second time around. I can't remember, but yeah, 69th, easy number to remember in the world.
Yeah.
Why? I
The
don't
best
know why.
number.
Ah, KBN After Dark for that. But
Again.
again, yeah. No, COD Zombies.
I think I've got a world record on one map.
Ooh,
wow.
You think?
I'm gonna
Think.
I'm
Casually
checking.
drops that.
Unless
we need to know this now. We need to find this.
Let me quickly Google it and then I'll.
What's everyone's favorite zombies map? Has anyone got a favorite zombies map?
DE is mine. Dreisendracht.
Okay, nice.
Do you guys know what that one is? Black
Got
Ops?
eyes on it, yeah.
And then I'll probably say second to that is going to be Derice. I always feel there's two types of people. You're a Derice person or you're a Kino person. I'm a Derice guy.
I'm a Derice guy. What about you, Cal? What about
I'm a
you?
Kino guy.
That's fair. I remember watching Syndicate doing Kino.
Oh god, he used to bleed. Like it was on it for days, weren't he? Like you had to
Yeah.
pause it, sleep. Like what? I can't
Yeah.
remember which round he got to, but it was mental.
I think Kino was the only map I actually got to a level 100 on. I think.
That's good.
Yeah, I used to love Kino. Just in the middle, turning the turret on, turning the traps on, doing the loop round.
Yeah, it's so repetitive, wasn't it? Think about it.
Yeah, but I love
It's
it.
fun though.
Yeah,
You don't mind
it
if
was
it's
so much fun. Yeah.
You'll hate me for
What about
saying
you?
mine, but mine will probably be Transit. Just because
I-
No!
just because it was the time my friends were all at uni. So we'd go on a night out and we'd literally like wake up hungover, play Transit all day and then go back out. Like that's all we did. It was great.
I love Transit. I thought it added such a new element to the zombies.
I enjoyed
That-
Transit.
I really enjoyed Transit. I still remember when I did the Easter egg for the first time. It was so satisfying.
Yeah. The Easter egg was
Running through the fog and you got those little rats climbing on your face
Yeah.
and scratching you up and stuff.
God.
cool. And the fact you'd
Or
all be
like-
on the bus and there'd be one person like looted, so and you're like, no, we've left
I was
him.
just about to say, the bus! Like,
The panic it induced.
Ted the driver.
yeah. I was always that guy that would just run. Like, I played that map so much, I just knew the fog, like, without even, like, obviously you can't really see where you're going, but I knew exactly where every crack was, where everything was, and I just, it didn't even matter if I missed the bus, I would just sprint through.
Mm. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, I was a bit of a pedo at Transit.
Pedo.
Don't you start cutting that for TikTok.
Yes.
How can you do?
Wow.
I've been awake since 4:30. All right, I'm tired.
Alright. We'll allow it.
Have you checked the world record?
Yeah, I'm second.
Ah.
No.
Oh, what was it for?
It's quite a niche one, to be honest. It's a world record for
Most
There's a
downs.
3-player, no power, no perks, no gobble gums, high round on Zetsabo, and we got 2. Now this is how hard that challenge is. We're currently second, and we got to round 18.
Damn.
Oh.
To be fair, once you get past like level like 12 or 13, I think it is, to down zombies without power-ups, without the gumballs is hard.
Without pack of hunch
Yeah.
and stuff.
Did I just hear KBN challenge at breaking a world record?
I'm so down. I'm so down.
James is like, damn it, I shouldn't have said anything.
James is like, I'm loading up zombies right
He's
after
getting the
this.
squad back together.
No, this conversation is genuinely like, I've just got back into the Minecraft grind. I haven't finished my camo grind.
Oh, I finished that.
As soon as I finish my camo grind, fuck Minecraft. I'm getting straight back into zombies. Honestly, that will always be my love. That will always be my forever gaming love.
Yeah,
No matter what.
Is different.
Same here.
And adding gobble gums was so brilliant.
Yeah, so I remember when it first got introduced, I was like, oh, just adding pay to win into the game. But then they like changed the way they worked. It was like, this is incredible. This is so good. 'Cause it adds so much replayability to the game that wouldn't have been there before.
And tactics as well.
Yeah.
Tactics with your squad and stuff like that. Like, I'll take this stuff in, you take that in. Like, I'll take all the max ammos, you take like nukes or revive ones or become invisible and
Yeah, exactly. And then it was Zetspo where they actually added them into the Easter egg. You had to bring in, I think, nowhere but here to actually even complete the Easter egg.
that was it.
So when everyone was doing the Easter egg hunts and no one brought that in with them, they're like, this is impossible. What are we meant to do? And then like one person had it and just popped it like, oh, I've popped into an area of the map that we've never seen before. Like, we've worked it out. The Easter egg hunts on zombies are a favorite thing as well.
They're never
Everything.
super straightforward either. They're like very well and complex. Like you wouldn't think of it. Like it takes people a long time to figure them out. I like that. So many games. I moan about this all the time, but so many games have got so easy. It was so nice that it's take people like 72 hours non-stop playing, try and figure these things out, and so cool.
Yeah,
I hate how they added on the new ones that they basically tell you what to do.
Yeah, that's why I didn't like the new
point?
ones.
It's not an
as
Easter
much.
egg. It's not an Easter egg.
No, they're like, oh, find this, and literally like a bit of text on your screen telling you exactly what you're after. I'm like, it's not exactly an Easter egg at that point, is it?
That's a mission.
You're telling me what it is. Yeah, exactly.
It's a mission, yeah. My favourite Easter egg, my famous one I remember the most was Moon. Doing Moon with my friend, we would stay up to about 5, 6 in the morning for a week straight, just trying to do it, and we just fail and fail and fail. And it got to the point where, you know, when you start, you either have Juggernaut or Sleight of Hand to start with.
Yeah.
It was like, okay, if it's not Juggernaut, we're restarting, and we wouldn't leave Area 51 until we could afford Juggernaut, which is really hard to do.
Yeah.
Yes, you got to wait for
you got
to wait for it
to
reload and all that stuff.
Did it?
It takes ages.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is a bit different. It is like the whole no gravity stuff in the dome and whatnot.
Do I like it? But then I started to enjoy it.
Yeah, but trying to figure out that Easter egg, because I think that's one of the earlier, longest Easter eggs. I think. Like I think it has like 18 steps to it or something like that.
Yeah, they started. Long. I remember it was Black Ops 4 where they started to get ridiculously long, like the steps to do them.
Yes.
So I remember you go and watch like one of the YouTubers'
like
videos, and back from like Black Ops 3 or before that, they're like 5 to 10 minute long videos telling you how to do the entire thing. They're like in Black Ops 4, but to tell you, it's an hour long video. There's so many steps and variations to things and how you do this and how you do that. They can't squeeze it into 10 minutes anymore. It's insane.
No, Black Ops 4 was a really good zombies game though.
Yeah, it had a real rough start, which kind of killed the momentum for it, and then because of that, the funding kind of disappeared for it as well.
Yeah, I think the only reason I say that is because they recreated a bunch of great maps, but also the prestige system they brought in. Yeah, which I thought could have been brought in Black Ops 3. That would have just been another level. Yeah, and obviously the camos. Having the camos, you know, to grind camos and actual challenges, forcing you to use other guns if you want to get like the camo or whatever it's called. Zombies finally became like properly integrated with the main game mode, so an actual mode. Things cross over. You could do things with the battle pass. You could do this. You can earn things. You earn in the battle pass. You use it in zombies. So if it's just being sat on the side, a completely separate thing. If multiplayer got a new gun, doesn't mean you get it in zombies. You have to wait for it to be added in this, that, and the other. Black Ops 4, like, no, we're all in this together. But it didn't quite meet the expectations of Black Ops 3, unfortunately. Yeah, but Kat, what was your favourite zombies? I don't know if we heard or not.
Kino. Kino was my favourite.
Kino, and what about the actual game? Like Black Ops? That was Black Ops 1, right?
I think Black Ops 1 was my favourite set of zombies.
Yeah.
Black Ops, I do like Black Ops 2 with the Chronicles though.
All the Black Ops zombies are the best.
Yeah, Black Ops just so good for zombies.
Yeah.
But I think Black Ops 1, just because of memories, I think. That's what makes it, because that's when it was like.
It really
fine.
does.
Yeah, me and 3 mates, and we just play it constantly.
Yeah.
So it'd be like.
Kino running around with a ballistic knife, pack a punch, just reviving people, shooting at them.
Yeah.
No, brilliant. We'll move on from zombies. I feel like we could all sit here and talk about.
Oh,
I really could.
easy.
I really want to play
That could be a
zombies
podcast. That'd be a podcast alone.
Yeah.
Now. I really want to
Maybe we
play
should.
it.
Maybe we should set up a game, the four of us.
We should.
set up a zombies
We've
game.
actually got a
I'm
full
down.
squad right here. This is
We definitely
got-
should.
I'm about to
Nikolai,
say.
Takio, Dempsey, Victor.
Oh man.
It's done.
Nikolai, what a man. What a man. But I was also upset you can never use Takio's samurai swords.
Yeah.
No, yeah, you couldn't. Yeah.
That would have been a great addition.
Missed opportunity there.
Missed opportunity. But anyway, let's move on to some quick fire questions, James, to round up this podcast, I reckon. Whoa. Are you ready?
Born ready.
That's what I like to hear. How did you come up with your online name? This feels like a bit of a dud question. I feel like you've got a good story for us here.
I was one of the lucky ones where I didn't actually think of it myself. I left that job to somebody else, my parents.
Nice.
And they came
Brilliant.
up with JamesMHodges. The M is always the mysterious one. People are like, oh, what does the M stand for? I'm like, mysterious. Sounds like
Mysterious.
murder.
Yeah.
Menace.
Ooh.
Leave it up to you, for you guys to think what the M could stand for. Some say Michael. I don't agree, but I'll leave it up to you
Each to
guys.
their own.
Mysterious,
Yeah,
I
exactly. But there's a little bit of story like where James came from. My dad was, I said, very little story. My dad was just a massive James Bond fan, and he's like, I like the name James, like James Bond. So like when I was growing up, he, always watching James Bond together and whatnot. But that's where James comes from.
Nice. If it's any consolation, my middle name's James.
Great name. There's a lot of no's. There's a lot of people seem to have it as a middle name.
My middle name's James.
Yeah.
See, it's a very popular middle name. I've just taken it as my first name, but it's a very, very popular middle name as well.
My surname's James.
There you go.
Okay, so I mean, we've just had probably about a 20-minute conversation on zombies, but what is your favourite game of all time?
It's Black Ops 3 Zombies. It's easy, but obviously, if moving that out of it,
questions before.
yeah, moving that out of the equation, it's a toss up between two. Which one? I always think about which one my favourite is. So I'm gonna say RuneScape, old school RuneScape is number 2.
Oh, what a game!
Yeah. I was thinking
That's number two.
it was a battle in my head. It's gonna be Crash Bandicoot, it'll be RuneScape, it'll be Valheim. They're like
Valheim.
tight, all very tight in that second spot.
Two very nostalgic choices and a very new one.
Yeah, so that one, when that came out, I fell in love with it. I literally would sit here and it'd be like, oh my god, 8 hours have passed. That's a game you can just lose time. And you sit there, 8 hours have passed. What have I done? Collected some
It's a
stone.
good game.
I haven't actually done.
Yeah.
I haven't actually done a lot. But you can just lose, and the atmosphere and whatnot in it, and the art style. They've actually taken inspiration. They said this from RuneScape to make.
It's very similar vibes.
Yeah, exactly. So
I
there.
mean, when Valheim first came out, I wanted to try. I never actually got around to it, but when I was a kid, I was obsessed with RuneScape. I say young teen.
Yeah. I think that's a big game. One of the first games. A lot of people, when it came to PC gaming,
Yeah.
a lot of people kind of got into
Yes.
RuneScape.
RuneScape and Habbo Hotel.
Yes.
Will or Cow, did either of you play RuneScape?
I did. I wasn't.
I wasn't allowed online or anything when I was younger.
Oh,
cow.
Big Sag. Big Sag.
I played it, but
Games
everyone I
of my
played
own.
with was like max level, and I was just kind of like plodding along. Like, oh, this is nice walking around.
Mhm.
Like I didn't really get
Yeah.
as invested as some people. But
I've got a funny story about one of my mates. So he was playing online. He was in like out in the wildy, cutting down trees or whatever it is, and he started talking to this random guy, through the little chat that pops above your head. And I don't know why he just said yes to this. The guy was like, if you want, whilst you go to school, give me your login details and I'll carry on cutting down the trees for you. And when you come home from school, you'll have your account high level and all the wood you could eat. So he was like, yeah,
no.
sounds great to me. Passed over his login details. He comes home. The guy didn't nick his account, so he's still able to log in. But when he logged in, his character's completely nude and on his own in the wildy. Just rinse out in the nude, left in the wildy. Just vulnerable, naked.
Oh my god.
Fucking hell! I was always too scared to go in the wilding. I was terrible at PvP.
Oh, same. The second I see that like little white dot show up on my minimap, I'm like, log out, move server, move server, move server.
Yeah. I remember my life of RuneScape was literally sitting in the Grand Exchange, just fire making.
Yeah.
I was trying to get wood cutting and fire making since '99. I was that guy just making lines of fires.
Trying to buy GF.
Yes. Yeah. Never worked. Even with my obby cape. I do have one story of RuneScape. It's not really. It's kind of my story, but it's my friend's story. My friend was obsessed with it. He was like the best in the group, and obviously I planned to go around there for a sleepover, and I went round, carried my sleeping bag under there. We were just gonna sort of just take it in turns on his computer playing and whatnot. I got everything packed up, walk over, get there. I can hear like screaming in the house. Like, what the fuck is going on? Like, ring the doorbell, like, and it's his mum, like, shouting at him, and like, it's my mate in tears, like, crying. This must have been like year 8, I think. And he's bawling his eyes out. I walk into like his PC room where his PC was, and he's like standing up, like hunched over, like in tears, trying to put his things into a chest because he'd been poisoned or something. And like he was like he had all this like incredible stuff on him or whatever. There's all this loot. And he was crying, and his mum was like shouting at him for crying, telling him to like pull his shit together. And then he was shouting at his mum because trying to explain the severity of what's happened.
There's no way she's understanding that.
It got so riled up. His mum cancelled the sleepover, made me leave and walk home. I walk home, ring my doorbell. My mum's like, "What are you doing here?" I was like, I won't say his name, but I was like, he cried at RuneScape and his mum told me to come home. We can't have a sleepover anymore.
Oh my god.
That is mental. That is absolutely bonkers.
That'll never leave my head, that story.
Wow.
Do you still take the piss out of him for it, or?
I don't actually speak to him anymore. He's got 2 kids now. He's an adult. He doesn't get too much.
His kids need to hear that story.
Now his kids are crying over COD probably.
Or Fortnite.
Or Fortnite.
What, my V-Bucks?
So yeah, our next not so quick fire question.
Oh yeah, sorry.
Also, where did you go for? What did you go for? RuneScape 2. What are you going for first? Black Ops 3 Zombies, or
Black Ops? Yeah, it's number 1.
Black Ops 3 Zombies, RuneScape, and then Valheim. Crash Bandicoot's a great shout as well.
Yeah. I think that's the order I'll go in. Yeah.
Yeah. The fact they re-released the Insane Trilogy was genius.
Yes, it was.
Didn't realise that game was so fucking hard.
No, so hard. It's mad. I still haven't completed 2. I'm still halfway through.
It's insanely hard. I did not remember it being anywhere near as hard as I was younger. Then I'm like also going through it and doing levels like, I don't remember this level. So I feel like maybe when I was younger, I just did the first level again and again and again. And I was like, oh, this is the game. This is the game.
Completed it.
Yeah.
Watch my brother play it on the PlayStation 1.
Yeah.
Wow.
Damn. Crash Bandicoot. Crash Kart Racing doesn't get enough love either.
True.
I'm just putting it out there.
My friend was going on about this. I was talking about Mario Kart. It's like, no, it's nothing on Crash Kart Racing. I was like, I don't even remember playing it, to be honest, I've got to say.
Unbelievable.
So good.
So, next question. What's your favourite food?
Oh, I'm going to go with a roast dinner. A Sunday roast.
Nice.
What meat?
Nice.
Would it be greedy to say for a trilogy? I'm going to say...
Oh, I
Like a
think it'd be
proper
rude
carvery.
not to.
I mean, if I'm out there and the options on the menu, I look at my girlfriend and she goes, I'm like, I'm getting it. But if I can't say that, yeah, you know, if I can't get that, I will probably go for pork purely because I want that crackling.
Oh, yes, 100%. Agreed.
It's worth for the roast. Like, just I don't need the rest of the roast. Just give me that crackling, that fresh, hot crackling.
Yeah,
spot on.
Oh,
Emma's a bit
actually
pussy food.
salivated then.
Yeah, crackling's amazing. Emma's a bit fussy with food, so if we go to a carvery, she'll get all three, I'll get all three, and she'll give me her pork and gammon. It's so good. That's over a plate
that's
full of
ideal.
meat. It's like it's
Yes.
perfect.
Winning.
I'll give her a Yorkie or something back, but it's worth every second.
Yeah. Oh my god. Yeah. Roast dinner. That's a popular choice. I think that's second. I think our most popular answer so far has been pizza. Big Baloo said roast dinner as well, didn't he? He said roast beef.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Roast dinner. So I think roast dinner's second.
It's a popular one. I mean, it's great. I can understand
Yeah.
why it's up there. It's great.
You can't go wrong. You really. I mean, you can. I don't know if it's just me, because like my past history as a chef. But I look at some people's uploads, like they post a picture of their roast dinner. I'm just like,
Not
No.
the one.
nah, that ain't it.
It's not
I
the
see
one.
what people like throw as like additional ingredients. Like, why are you throwing this in there? What, that doesn't need this.
Why have you got
Why
smiley
do I see a
faces?
ketchup
Like-
bottle?
Oh god.
Smiley faces. Oh, nice. Potato smileys are banging though.
Yeah.
Okay, so roast dinner. Next question: what is your favorite film?
Ooh. Okay.
I feel
Easy
like this is
one.
a hard one for you.
No.
Oh, easy.
Yeah? It's one of the things like my mates. I don't know my mates' favorite film, and they probably don't even know theirs. But we all know mine because I talk about it all the time. Like still to this day, talk about it all the time. Without a Paddle,
Oh,
but no one
so
ever
funny.
knows of it. But it's
So
it's an
funny.
incredible film. But it's also such a feel good film. Such
What
a
a
film.
film.
Such
You know what?
Not number two. Never want to see number two again
Ew,
in my
no,
life.
that doesn't even exist.
Exactly. But number one, the soundtrack,
Oh
incredible.
my god.
Yeah.
Whoa, Blackberry, bam, a lamb.
It's
Whoa,
so good.
Blackberry.
It's funny. It's feel good. It ticks all the
Oh.
boxes.
It is a great film. I didn't even know there was a second, to be fair, but I'm kind of glad I didn't.
Yeah, it's,
Yeah.
it's none of the same actors, I don't
Yeah.
think.
No,
Is it? Or it's
they
like one of them.
Recast the whole
yeah.
lot, so you haven't
Recast,
got
yeah.
Shaggy in there, you haven't got
Yeah.
Seth in there, and whatnot.
It's
Oh.
it's such a lovely circle the way the story comes together. Like they all regroup after like ages apart because their friend passing away. They go on this grand adventure, and it comes out like that. You know, I don't want. Well, is it spoiling it at this point? I don't think it's spoiling it.
Have you seen it, Cal?
It's been a long time.
I've seen. Yeah, I've seen. I don't remember it, but I've seen it.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you can talk about it.
You
It's
can
came out
spoil
like
it.
2006.
Yeah, that's what I was
Yeah,
thinking.
it's an old
yeah,
film. It's an
I'd
old
say-
film.
The way they get to the end and like the real treasure is just like every second of life and enjoying yourself. It's like it's like so well done. I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The friendship and brotherhood they built.
Yeah.
They lost and rekindled because of the death of their friend.
And it's really funny. So
It is hilarious, yeah. Oh,
good, some good shout.
what a film. I remember whenever I'd have a sleepover, my brother had an immense DVD collection. We had Without a Paddle on DVD. And every week, I was like, have you seen Without a Paddle? It was like, stick it on. I'll watch it again. Like, I don't care.
As I say, when we used to get the guys over, we'd put DV on, we'd fall asleep, and we'll wake up and you just see the menu playing and restart the film. It
Oh god.
was one of those
yeah.
films.
Oh, what a great film. Favorite streamer / content creator?
Uh-oh.
You might hurt a few people
You're
here.
gonna hurt
I will. Because he got cancelled recently, so it was really painful for me as well. One of my favourite streamers within like the last year got cancelled within like the last month, which is
shit.
not great because he was like the person I go and watch basically every day. I'd maybe finish my stream, and because he's the US based streamer, I'd watch him.
Right.
And then he got cancelled for covering up sexual assault stuff. I'm like,
Oh. Yeah.
Yikes.
that's not good. That's not good. So that was Miskiff.
Bit hard to support that.
Yeah, so found that out, and I'm like, not good. But they've now said that there's no, they did an investigation. There's actually no proof behind any of the allegations about it. But I don't know. That still seems a bit fishy to me. So
Yeah,
Gives you a bunch of
seems
question
iffy.
marks about the whole thing, doesn't it?
yeah, exactly. So he was my favourite streamer up until I feel like there's actually a theme with people I tend to watch, which is not good. There's another guy I watched before him. He also got cancelled for something. I think it was something along the same
I
lines as
shouldn't be
well.
laughing.
It's not great.
dear.
So
Everyone gets cancelled.
I'm on the hunt for a new streamer.
Please
new
don't watch
favourite.
me. Any of us.
Yeah.
Leave us alone.
So yeah, I'm bringing a curse with me. So it's a
Oh,
really
Lord.
really bad curse. So I don't know who at the moment should be the person I watched, but I was watching him for a long time. Absolutely loved his content. I didn't realize what's happening behind the scenes. Unfortunately, didn't realize he's kind of a bad person.
It's hard.
Yeah, but at the moment I'm just basically just watching my friends and other streamers in the community. But it's annoying because you all stream at the same bloody time. So I have like 5 tabs open. I've got 3 monitors. I'm having like 2 or 3 on each monitor.
mates.
All audio going off in my ears. I can't hear anybody. Which is a bit of a tough situation. Because I don't really want to support him as much anymore.
Yeah. I struggle with that though. If you've got multiple streams open, the watching it's fine. It's the audio, isn't it? Someone's trying to speak to you, like what, who, where?
Who said that?
Yeah.
I'm that idiot that will be in a VC with like 6 other people while I'm talking to 3 streams at once, and I'm just like, my brain's in overload.
Then you randomly in the VC just go, "What did you say? Sorry." No one said
Yeah.
anything. All right. Yeah. Sorry, don't matter. Must have been the streamer.
I end up just deafening for 10 minutes and just like giving my focus to that person for a little while.
Yeah.
But okay. So just your friends in general, we'll go with.
Yeah.
Just supporting your. I like it. And the final question, to round things off, what's one aspiration you have in life?
Ooh. It's a very good question that I haven't actually really thought of. It's like things I want to do and whatnot, but I think an aspiration is to become like self-efficient in stuff, so that I don't need to rely on others. Essentially, have enough stuff going on that I don't have to worry. I want to be able to not worry. That's kind of always an end goal for me, is not have to worry about anything. But like other stuff, an old like work dream of mine was to start my own post house. But now that's no post production really happens in the UK anymore, so that's not really that achievable. It all happens abroad. So yeah, I want to, whatever it is I end up doing, whether it's I stay in content, I do other stuff, I want to make sure I'm not having to sit there and worry, am I going to make it to the next paycheck every month? I want to be able to make sure I'm able to do stuff without having to rely on others.
I like that. I think that's very, very important. I think a lot of people talk about enough is trying to have that. I don't need to be rich. I need to be famous. I just need to that stability, just knowing, not having that anxiety looming over your shoulder. No, I like it. Oh, James, it's been a fucking pleasure, mate.
It's been good. I've enjoyed it. I've enjoyed every second of this.
It's been really good. It's been really, really good, mate. We're really, really happy to have you on the podcast.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Where can we find you? Where can everyone find you? Just drop everything. I mean, everything will be in the description, but just drop it all.
Everywhere. Anywhere you fancy seeing some James M. Hodges content, search James M. Don't forget the M. There's an M in the middle.
For mysterious.
Hodges for mysterious, exactly. It's mysterious. People seem to leave it out all the time and not find me. So it's James M. Hodges, and then you will find me TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, Twitch, Twitter, OnlyFans. That's actually, there's a high demand for it at the moment, so I might end up having to dip my toe in there at some point. But currently, I've got the URL saved, and that's about as far as it goes.
Man with a plan.
No, I'm joking. But anywhere, James M. Hodges, I've been lucky enough to get the URL across everything. So yeah, that's where you find it.
That's rare. That's rare. It's hard to get.
Yeah.
No, I like it. And obviously #United.
Oh yeah, and hashtag Spencer FC. Again, I think their exact names change per platform, which is probably a bit more confusing. But if you're searching Spencer FC or #United, wherever you want to find them, you'll still find them.
Yeah,
100%.
And if you don't know them by now, why not?
Go check it out.
Grow up.
Yeah,
people like Spenny are absolute legends in the YouTube game.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I still like before round, I'm diverting massively. One clip that just lives rent free in my head from YouTube is Spencer's clip where he packs Adam Johnson on Ultimate Team.
Oh yeah.
And he's like, "We got so and so. We got Adam Johnson down the wing. Quite good for pace, but unfortunately, he does touch children."
I know. I knew.
Because for those that don't know, Adam Johnson was a professional footballer that went to prison for grooming.
Oh wow!
A child.
I didn't know that.
Well, an underage. Person.
Yeah,
that is one of my favourite Spen clips as well. Too.
That's one of my favourite YouTube clips of all time, let alone one of my favourite Spen clips. But on that note, guys, thank you all so much for watching. Cal, Will, James with an M. It's been an absolute pleasure. Guys, if you did enjoy it, don't forget to leave a like, subscribe. So all of us down here, and let us know what you thought in the comment section below. And until next time, we'll see you all next week.
See ya.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Peace.